So today I'm going to go over an exercise that I like to do that I think helps you with your photography, and that is to shoot in black and white. Now before you tell me that black and white is not your thing and you click off the video, hear me out. When I say shooting black and white, I don't mean you have to do your work in black and white and that you have to keep your photos in black and white, but I mean to literally set the camera to display only in black and white so that you see the world without color. Now the reason we're gonna do this is because we wanna focus on light, not necessarily the colors or anything else is going on. We're gonna focus on the light that you see. The camera that I'm using is the Sony a7cII with the 24-50G lens. So if you can't already tell, I'm at the Coliseum here in Rome, Italy. It's my last day here. I've been here for the last 10 days. And from this moment forward, we're gonna turn everything into black and white. Now, the great thing about when you shoot in RAW is that I can have the camera set to black and white, but it doesn't really affect my pictures. So if I want it in color, I can still have the pictures in color. I'm just showing them in black and white on my screen so that I'm not showing any colors in my shooting process. So like if you take this scene right here, for example, there's a lot of colors and things that's happening, and I'm temporarily showing you this in color so you can see what I mean. But nothing really actually stands out about this shot. But if I take it in black and white, you can see all the shadows and highlights and how the light falls, and it basically becomes a whole new world when you don't have the color to look at. Limitations are usually the best thing for an artist because when you're surrounded by so many options and so many abilities with all the things these cameras can do and are good at, you kind of get lost in those things and you don't really focus on the craft itself. But when you shoot in, just simple things like shooting in black and white often allows you to focus on the small things. If you're someone who took photography in school, then usually they start those students off with black and white film. A lot of the iconic photographers we know also started off with black and white film because it didn't really become popular or common to shoot with color film until like the 60s. I never took photography in school or anything, but I do know people who have. And a lot of times they will wonder, why am I using black and white film in today's time when I don't have to? And I think that's one of the main reasons, because A, film slows you down, so you have to focus on your shots, and B, you don't have colors to play with, so you really have to focus on being intentional with making good shots and identifying good light. And that's the whole purpose of this exercise. I guarantee you after a while of doing this, you're going to start looking at different shots because of the lighting itself and not necessarily because of what the subject is or color patterns or color schemes that you might see. You can start identifying light. And once you can start identifying light, you can start adding in those other factors like colors and subjects and textures and composition. And all together, those things are going to make your work stand out more. So look at this shot. I have this side of the building that's dark. The light is hitting this face of the building, and then this side is dark again. If I wasn't thinking about light in this situation, I would have never noticed that. I would have just saw this scene which looks kind of plain, and I would have missed what the light is actually doing. Another thing I think this helps with is shooting in less ideal lighting conditions. Like right now, as you can see, pretty harsh sunlight, and this is a time when I think a lot of photographers would avoid shooting, but there's a lot of light variations and a lot of contrast and light angles and things that shadows are doing right now that you can take advantage of, but if you don't see the light, you wouldn't see any of it, you would miss it all. While I'm walking around, I want to point out why I put my camera strap on my camera this way instead of like on the little eyelets, because it sits on my side perfectly, and when I want to take a picture, I can just pick it up and bam, 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 get the shot and let it go. Because if I have it on the eyelets and have it like sitting in the middle of me, the camera strap will be on the other side and it gets in the way and it gets tangled up. So this way, keep the straps out of the way. It falls conveniently by my side. I can just grab it, strap not in the way. If I had it on both sides, then it's like I would have a strap right here and the camera wouldn't be as free. So I just think this is more convenient when holding the camera and using it when you're walking around. Now, earlier I said I was in Rome, Italy, but like I said, I've been here for the last 10 days, from Venice to Pisa to Amalfi Coast, testing out the 16 to 25, which I'm filming on right now, as well as the 24 to 50, which all of the pictures that you've seen have been taken on. And I think this is a very real world situation. I traveled here, I had to travel with these cameras and these lenses, and I've used them on this entire trip. So I think this gives me a very good idea of how it is to have these lenses. Shout out to Sony for sending them over so I can test them out. Also, let me know as I'm showing y'all these pictures, which of these pictures you would leave in black and white. I know I say you don't have to leave the picture in black and white because we're shooting raw, and even though the camera is showing you the image in black and white when you take it, you still have the full color option just like you normally would. But some of these pictures might be better off just leaving it in black and white. So let me know which pictures that you see that you just think are perfect for black and white. So if you made it this far into the video, I'm going to assume that you found what I said to be valuable and that the examples I gave made sense. If you did find this to be helpful, then let me know in the comments, like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you guys in the next one.